Calling all authors, the Your Book, Your Voice podcast, hosted by Robert A. Lane, is on the air, featuring everything you need to know about narrating your own audiobook. But it doesn't stop there. From special guests, including authors and professionals from the book industry, to sharing tools and techniques needed to be a confident and compelling narrator. The journey starts now. So please welcome your host, Robert A. Lane.
Hey, my friends, how are you today? Hope you're having a great day. Thank you for joining the Your Book, Your Voice podcast. I am Robert A. Lane. Thank you again. If you're an author, oh man, you're in the right place. You are in the right place, especially if you're a nonfiction author. And fiction authors are welcome too as well. I'm an audiobook coach and producer. I specialize in helping especially nonfiction authors narrate your own audiobook, all right? Because narrating your own audiobook is a key factor in promoting your author brand. And we have a great topic for you today on the podcast. Our topic is blinders are for horses, not audiobooks. And what that means basically is missed opportunities. We're going to talk about missed opportunities and how not to miss opportunity, okay? Not to miss opportunity. I have an audiobook coaching program, by the way, called Your Book, Your Voice. You can go to robertlanecoaching.com to find out more about that. There's a VIP program version, which is where I do it with you every step of the way, and I do all your editing and uploading and all that for you. Or there's the do-it-yourself version where you can take the bull by the horns, man, and do your audiobook, right? You can do your audiobook and do all the editing yourself and uploading yourself, and I teach you how to do that as well. But that's what I do as an audiobook coach and producer. Now, we don't want you to miss opportunity, all right? Because, again, blinders are for horses. What are blinders? What are horse blinders? Because they put them on the horses to keep them focused so that they're not distracted by things going on around them to the side, to what, whatever. They have these blinders on so they can see the path strictly ahead of them. And that's it. And that is it. Now, that could be a good thing, right? That could be a good thing to have blinders if you're talking about keeping yourself focused. However, we're going to talk about how blinders can actually be not a good thing because you're missing opportunity. And you don't want to miss opportunity. And I wrote a book a couple of years ago. It's called Lights, Action, You. You can grab the audiobook, of course, on Audible. You could also get it on Amazon, Apple Books as well. But you can pick up the ebook and paperback. But the audiobook is fun, right? Because that's what we're talking about. Anyway, there's a chapter in the book that I do call Blinders Are for Horses, and I talk about a missed opportunity. I want to share that story with you. It's not technically author related. I guess it's book related. So I put the story in the book. But I've worked 30 plus years in the entertainment industry in a variety of different jobs, starting off in radio and doing audio and voiceover and that kind of thing. And the last 14 years of my career, I spent working at Fox Studios, worked at 20th Century Fox on the studio lot in Los Angeles. Again, it was a corporate job, same type of pressure, deadlines, stress, all those things that you have, even with your job, no matter what you do, corporate, non-corporate, doesn't matter. We still experience the same thing. Now, obviously, there were benefits of working on a studio lot because you get to see things. You get to see behind the scenes workings of the entertainment industry, and that's pretty cool. So that's a perk. That is a perk. And you get to see famous people as well. And that was cool. So the story I wanted to share with you that deals with missed opportunities. When I was growing up as a kid, I became a Queen fan, listened to Queen. I think my first album that I got for Christmas as a kid was Night at the Opera, of course. That's when Bohemian Rhapsody was on the air. But you know what? There were other songs on that album that I actually like better than Bohemian Rhapsody. You should listen to that album. There's some good stuff on there. Anyway, so I became a Queen fan. And later on in my career, I should say, or maybe just life growing up, my career choice that I wanted to be when I picked up a guitar was, oh, rock star. Yeah. Well, hey, you know what? I'm not going to give up on that dream. You never know. It could still happen. I still play music. I still am out there performing. But anyway, the point is, I started to play guitar. I really appreciated the work that Brian May, Guitars for Queen, has done. Amazing stuff. So fast forward to working at 20th Century Fox. Now, Bohemian Rhapsody, the movie, is a Fox movie. And I remember when the movie came out, of course, and there was a screening that was happening on the studio lot. The building that I worked in, right across from our building, was one of the screening theaters. And they had that blocked off, and there was a grassy area that they had blocked off that was outside between the buildings. And they were going to do a screening of the movie before the actual release, which was happening the following week. So again, typical day. It was on a Friday, usual corporate thing, being stressed out, doing my work thing, needed to step away from my desk. So I get up, I go downstairs, I'm walking out the building, and there's a guy walking in, kind of a tall guy, long hair. I looked at him and I kind of nodded or acknowledged, but just kept going, right? Why? Because I had my blinders on, right? I was focused on my work, and that was it. Just needed to step away and just get refocused on my job. So I walk away and I keep walking, and I remember this in my brain. The thought flashed through my brain. Yeah, probably just somebody famous. Oh, no, somebody famous. Whatever. And kept going. Later on, it was after they did the screening. They were having a little after party in that grassy area between both buildings. And it was blocked up, but of course I walked through it because I worked there. And there were a lot of people there having their little party and celebrating the fact that the movie was done. It's going to be released the following week, et cetera, et cetera. And I go back to my desk and do my thing. Now, that following Monday, I just happened to check Instagram because I do follow Brian May. And I see this video post of Brian May being carted around in one of the golf carts on the Fox studio lot. They park right behind my building in front of that theater, and he gets out, and then it hit me. Oh my God. I just walked by one of my guitar heroes that Friday. It was Brian May. And I'm like, that's probably somebody famous. Yeah, it was Brian May from Queen. And you walked right by him. You had an opportunity to meet him and talk to him. Now, of course, one of the rules, if you want to say, policies is if there are actors or famous people on the studio lot, you don't get all fanned out on them and go, oh my God, I want your autograph, et cetera, et cetera. You don't do that, right? You got to be professional. And I understand that. And you should be. They're there to do a job. You're there to do a job and all that. But I'll tell you, had I not been blinded with my horse blinders, I wouldn't have missed this opportunity. And I guarantee you, I would have gone up and said, hey, Brian, oh my God, can I have a picture with you? Queen, man, your guitar work is awesome, et cetera, et cetera. And I would have totally fanned out on him. Been like fanboyed out completely. But I missed that opportunity. I missed an opportunity to meet one of my guitar heroes because I had blinders on. And that's what happens when you have blinders on, because you will miss opportunity. And you don't want to miss opportunity, especially as an author. And if you don't have your book as an audiobook, you are missing out. Okay. So that's the number one thing that I want to say. Blinders are for horses, not audiobooks. And the number one missed opportunity is not having an audiobook in the first place. You need to turn your book into an audiobook. It is a great format, by the way, by presenting to the people who appreciate you as an author. Maybe they buy and read your ebook, your paperback, or your hardcover. You need to have that audiobook so they can hear you tell your story from the source in your own voice. But if you don't have an audiobook, you are missing out on a whole big market of people that go to audiobooks first before they even look at ebooks, paperbacks, hardcovers. People like listening to their audiobooks. They listen to them when they're driving around, when they're traveling, when they're going to and from work, when they're working out at the gym, when they're doing housework around the house, when they're off on a hike. I mean, countless ways that people listen to audiobooks. And it's so important for you to have your book as an audiobook. All right. You need to do that. So that is a missed opportunity. The other part of it, of course, is revenue. You have your author brand, and you are a brand. Okay. Never forget that. Never say, if you have written and published a book, never say, it's just a hobby. No, it's not. You need to take yourself seriously as a professional because you are an entrepreneur. You really are. Your brand, your author brand is a brand. Your products are your ebook, paperback, hardcover, and especially your audiobook. Those are your products. And you need to promote your products out there and get your brand out there because it does generate more revenue. And again, you're expanding yourself into a market that people may not have even known you existed because you don't have an audiobook. So it is another source of income. That is another revenue source. And when people buy audiobooks, and I see this all the time, that people will buy an audiobook and then they'll also buy the ebook or the paperback or maybe even the hardcover because they want to read along and follow along as they listen to your audiobook. So again, that can boost sales in the other products that you offer as you're part of your author brand, okay? So that is another missed opportunity by not having an audiobook, okay? The other thing is you can use your audiobook as a calling card to get speaking gigs, to go out and talk about your book, share your story. Maybe you have a memoir. Maybe you're a coach or an entrepreneur yourself, or maybe you're an educator or a teacher, and you've written a book and you can go out and you can set up speaking engagements. If you're a teacher or an educator, you can go to different school districts. If you're a coach or an entrepreneur, or again, you're sharing your memoir. For example, there's a couple of authors I've worked with who've shared their cancer survival journey. Well, you know what? They're utilizing their audiobook as a calling card and saying, hey, check this out. This is what I talk about. This is what I sound like. I want to talk to your cancer treatment center. I want to talk to the doctors. I want to talk to the hospitals. I want to go out there and share my story and inspire people and give them hope. It's a great way to get awesome speaking gigs. All right. So utilize your audiobook for that. That's a great opportunity that you don't want to miss out on. Another thing that you can do, of course, is, and I hope you're doing this, and that's going out and doing book signings, doing it locally, doing it virtually, right? You can do a virtual book signing. You can have people, buy your ebook, doing a little live event on LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram or wherever else, right? Utilize your social media, put it out there. And again, book signings, those are great too, by the way, because when you do book signings, whether you do it locally or maybe you go on a book signing tour, when you sell the physical copy of your book, you're going to retain more of that revenue than if you're selling it off of Amazon or Kindle or wherever. Okay. So it's really important that you get out there and not doing book signings. That's a missed opportunity because you can also be promoting your audiobook and you can create specials. You can create discounts. You can do things with all the different products that you have available as part of your author brand. Go out, do a book signing. Hey man, if you buy my book, I'll give you a signed, because they're there, right? I'll give you a signed autographed copy of my book and you can get a discount on my audiobook. Or if you buy my audiobook, I'll give you a discount on my ebook or my paperback or my hardcover. I mean, there's a lot of great things that you can do, but get yourself out there. Okay, get yourself out there. It's really important. Don't let that be a missed opportunity. And again, when it comes to PR and marketing, You always got to PR and market yourself. You got to put yourself out there. Grassroots marketing, that works, and then there's other things that you can do. You can advertise. You can hook up with the marketing people who specialize in helping authors. And you need to do that for your audiobook as well, because you got to get the people that only purchase audiobooks to discover you. And they'll be like, wow, this author is awesome. Man, what else do they have? And then they'll go search you out. So put yourself out there. Don't let that be a missed opportunity. Now, blinders can also be a good thing in regards to keeping you focused. I mentioned that at the beginning of the podcast. The one thing is it does keep you from falling into the shiny object syndrome. And that is, I should do this. I should do that. And you start doing all these different things. And that looks great. And that looks great. Or I can market that way. I can do this and I can do that. And then you're all over the place and you're not very focused. So that blinders can help for that. But you know what? Really, I've seen people with blinders stopping them from doing what they need to do as an author. Remember, you are a brand. And I'm going to throw out one of my infamous catchphrases. You are the CEO of you, which means you need to promote and market yourself, market your author brand the best that you possibly can, because that is who you are. That is what you are about. You are a professional author. If you've written and published a book, embrace that. Embrace the fact that you are a professional author, okay? And that's a great thing. It's a great thing to be an entrepreneur. It really is. Embrace it. All right. Now, the other missed opportunity that I do want to talk about, right? Blinders are for horses, not for audiobooks. A missed opportunity, and this is a big one. When you don't narrate your own audiobook. That's a huge missed opportunity. And the opportunity that you're missing is the fact that it's you being able to tell your story in your own voice. That is a missed opportunity if you don't do it. If you're like, I don't want to do it. I don't have a voice to do it. It seems like it's too hard. Don't fall for those false beliefs. All right? You need to narrate your own audiobook. When you wrote your book, okay, talking about missed opportunities, it is a process. Of course, it's a process to create an audiobook. It was a process for you to write your book in the first place. And you hire a team of people to help you. And that's crucial. Maybe you work with a book coach. I mean, I did, and that was a great investment because it taught me how to write a book and how to outline it and format it the right way. And then I discovered what the process is to write a book professionally, even as a self-published book, but to do it on a professional level where you can't even tell the difference between a book that was self-published or a book that was traditionally published. You can't tell the difference because you do it right and you follow the right guidelines. I hired an editor and a formatter and a cover designer and all the people who can do things better than me to help me create a great book. And the same thing applies to doing an audiobook. Yeah, it is a process, but with proper guidance, you can get it done. Don't let that be a missed opportunity. You need to narrate your own audiobook. It's your story. No one on this planet can replicate you, and no one on this planet can tell your story better than you. You can have an awesome narrator. All right. You can find great narrators out there, but it's still their interpretation. They are interpreting your book the way they see it. They didn't live it like you lived it. They didn't experience the story that you are telling in your book the way you did. So they're going to interpret it their way. Now, technically, they may sound great, right? I mean, think about it like a musician, right? A guitar player who shreds on the guitar, because play a million notes, in a bar or in a measure of music. Great. You're a great technician. But where's the emotion, the feeling, the intangibles, right? Narrators are kind of the same thing, right? You could have a great narrator and they'll do a great job technically, but they're not going to be able to express the emotion and the feelings that you went through, especially if you wrote a memoir. They're not going to be able to express it the way that you were able to express it in your written word. That's why you need to narrate it. Because what you're doing is your voice is already in your written word, and you're just bringing it to life when you narrate your own audiobook. So it is a missed opportunity. Don't put those blinders on. It is a missed opportunity if you are not narrating your own audiobook. Okay? It is so important for you to tell your story from first person, from the source, from the person who experienced the story. You wrote it, right? You lived it, you wrote it, and now you need to express it and speak it and tell it in your own voice. And again, I mention this every time people say, maybe I'll just go one of those virtual narrators or AI or whatever. And no, that's a huge mistake, because that's a misrepresentation of your author brand. You put too much hard work, your blood, sweat, and tears into creating and writing and publishing your book. Why would you cheapen your audiobook? Don't do it. All right? AI is soulless. It sucks the life and soul out of your book. And it's not you. It's not you telling your story. It's you cutting corners and cheapening out your author brand. Don't do it. Big piece of advice for you. All right? Big piece of advice. So you do need to narrate your own audiobook, because it's so crucially important for you to tell your story in your own voice. Now, I get it. It is a process, and sometimes it could be very confusing and overwhelming. I get it. And this is why I do what I do as an audiobook coach and producer. This is why I do what I do. Oh, whoops, that's about the podcast. I want to get that off screen. I know those of you listening to the audio version are like, what are you talking about screen? Well, we do broadcast this live, and we do it live on YouTube and on LinkedIn. And then we do distribute it to all the other podcast platforms. But anyway, I just want to mention that I do what I do as an audiobook coach and producer because I understand that it can be overwhelming, and it can be a process that just is like, oh, I don't want to do it. Yeah, it just seems too much work. You put the work in to write your book. Why would you not put the work in to create a great audiobook product? Okay. So again, I do have an audiobook coaching program that is called Your Book, Your Voice, and there's 2 versions of the program. There are links in the description, okay? So check out these links. There's the do-it-yourself program link. There is the VIP program link. The difference between the two: the VIP program is where I work with you one-on-one. It's a 12-week program. We go through the entire process, how to set up your own recording space, because you will record in your own home or office or wherever you want, but it's in your own space. I provide you with the professional equipment that you need. And I don't mean cheapy $150 Yeti mics. I mean like the good stuff, right? The stuff, $500 worth of equipment, headphones, microphones, all of that. That's part of the program if you're in the VIP program. I provide that for you. It's yours to keep forever. I teach you how to set it up. I teach you how to label your audio files so you don't lose anything. And then the next phase, of course, is showing you all the tools and techniques on how to do a great narration, how to be engaging and compelling, how to bring out those intangibles, those emotions, and the energy, those things that really draw people in, how to do a great narration. And if you're in the VIP program, as you record your audiobook, you send your audio to me. I do all the post audio, because there is post-production that needs to be done to all audiobooks. You need this, all right? So I do all the editing for you, okay? I do all the uploading for you, where you get to get your audiobook published on Audible, Amazon, Apple, and any other distribution platform that you want to be on. I do the uploading for you. That's the VIP program. All right. So by the end of the 12-week program, your audiobook's done and uploaded and ready for publication. Now, if you want to go the do-it-yourself route, you definitely can. I spent months putting the do-it-yourself program together, and I go through every aspect of what I teach in the VIP program, but of course you can do it yourself. Obviously, the added lessons that are in the do-it-yourself program is about how to edit properly, how to upload your audio files properly, how to make sure your audio book meets the exact specifications for publication, because if they don't, they'll get rejected. And you don't want that to happen. Okay. You don't want that to happen. So I give you all the tools that you need to do it yourself. Those are great options that you have in the Your Book, Your Voice audiobook coaching program. Again, you can go to robertlanecoaching.com. If you want to book a call with me, by the way, you are more than welcome to. I'd love to talk about your book, find out what your marketing strategies are so that we know about how I can advise you on where to publish your audiobook and get the best distribution. And I'll help you get enrolled either in the do-it-yourself program or the VIP program. So again, there are links in the description. The link, by the way, to book a call, it goes to my personal calendar, which you work with me directly. I don't send you off to somebody else. You do work with me directly. And that link is bit.ly. It's a bit.ly link, bit.ly/audiobook onboarding. All right, bit.ly/audiobook onboarding. Book a call. You can go to robertlanecoaching.com, of course, and all the information is there to book a call as well. All right, so don't wear blinders, okay? Don't wear blinders. Blinders are for horses, not for audiobooks, okay? Don't get distracted by shiny object syndrome. And don't think, I don't want to deal with the process of creating an audiobook. No, you need it. You need to do it, all right? Blinders are for horses, not audiobooks, all right? That is the main theme of what we're talking about today on the podcast. Get your audiobook done. Do it. Your voice needs to be on it because you need to tell your story the way it's meant to be heard. All right. All right, my friends, we're going to wrap things up here for the podcast. I do appreciate all of you for tuning in. If there are any topics about the audiobook world that you would like me to talk about, by all means, let me know. You can reach out to me. You can go to robert@robertlanecoaching.com. That's my email. Or just go to robertlanecoaching.com and shoot me a message there on the contact form. And I would love to hear from you. All right. And my final assignment for you, of course, is this. When you're out and about in the world, my friends, smile at a stranger. Say hello to them. Because that small gesture of kindness can make all the difference in somebody's life. So be a life changer. Because you don't know what people are going through. So let's be kind, my friends. Let's show some kindness in this world, all right? Thank you so much. We're here every Wednesday, 11 a.m. Pacific. That is 2 p.m. on the East Coast for the Your Book, Your Voice podcast. Again, you can find out more about what I do at robertlanecoaching.com. Have a great day. Have a great week. And we'll be talking to you next week on the Your Book, Your Voice podcast. I'm Robert A. Lane, your host. Again, thank you so much for tuning in.
This has been Your Book, Your Voice with host Robert A. Lane. Tune in each week for another powerful and informative episode. And remember, only you can narrate your story the way it's meant to be heard.